Welcome back to another episode of the Internal Podcast. I am your host, Spiritual Marcus. So, thank you for tuning in. I've been appreciating all the love on social media. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, even Facebook. Facebook is going hard out here right now. So I appreciate everybody on Facebook. Please continue to like, comment, and share everything, all the videos, all the video clips. I make those clips to get the word out. So, I appreciate, all the love, and, I'll follow anyone back. You know, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. So, but yeah, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And I appreciate the love for real. Thank you. You know, so, today's topic, what we're going to be talking about. Oh, you know what? Let me start with you know what, let's just go ahead and go into it. All right, so today what we're going to be talking about is how to use your altar to empower you. Your altar should change you, not just your circumstances, right? So we're going to be talking about the altar is like a mirror, you know using that sacred space to heal yourself. So you know thank you for tuning in. So, um, right now on my altar, I guess that's what I was going to say, right? So, on my altar right now, I have my incense going. My incense is burning, smelling good, making the whole area sacred. You know what I'm saying? And what I like to normally do is like, because I put these 7-day candles on my altar, and each one of them represents a certain chakra, right? So today on my altar, I have um the purple candle. So we know with the purple candle, that represents the crown chakra, right? What I'm saying, I'm gonna try to see if I can get you guys some more info here. 1 second here. All right, so I have the purple candle on my altar. It's lit. So what that is going to do is going to begin to affect my what? My crown chakra. I got all these locks and everything. So, when that crown chakra get to lighten up, whoo, these locks be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So so, some of the things that I'm trying to get out of the purple candle is, let's see here, spiritual growth. It represents spiritual growth. It represents intuition. It represents transformation. It represents wisdom. And it also represents, again, meditation, right? Hope you guys meditated at least a good 10 minutes today, right? All right, now we got, if we're going to be doing this work, we got to do it the right way. We got to go in. You know what I'm saying? We got to go in. This is how we're going to begin to build up our internal world. It's the only way we're going to do it. So, spiritual growth, is basically going to be deepening my understanding of myself and my spiritual path. So, that is one benefit that I'm going to get out of this purple candle on my altar, right? My intuition, I'm going to be, because of that, I'm going to be becoming more aware of my inner guidance and learning how to trust it. You don't trust yourself. So, we need to power you up. You superwoman. You know you Superman, but the problem is you keep falling by the wayside of the things that's happening to you on a daily basis. You think that is you're reacting to these things and you thinking that you're not realizing it's really you that's reflecting this stuff, right? Transformation, releasing old patterns and making room for healthier ways of thinking and being, right? That's what we got. We got to start reprogramming the mind and reprogramming the subconscious. Because I told y'all in the earlier video, right? For example, like re, an example of reprogramming the mind is I'll play these, megahertz while I'm in the shower. That shower is a ritual, right? I'm bathing. I got my megahertz playing, or in this case, what I can also do to link everything together, I can put on some crown chakra type of music, and while I'm bathing, what's gonna happen is gonna I got my crown chakra candle on my altar, and so I'm gonna be thinking about, right, going in and washing off those old patterns and making room for more healthier mental thoughts. Because y'all don't really trust y'all intuition because your mind is all over the place. So we need to start blocking out all those things that is not going to mentally help us build our world, right? Because we gotta, it ain't cool to be gossiping all the goddamn time. It's not. I'm sorry. Use your time for your transformation, right? That's what you need to be doing, you know, because, at the very beginning when I lit it, I said it for the intention, right? It's all about the intention of, doing the work on my crown chakra. That's what it's for. When I'm in the shower, I'm doing my ritual. I got my crown chakra music playing, right? I'm washing off all the old bad habits. I'm imagining myself washing off. That is the intention that I'm creating while I'm doing it. That there is just a ritual in itself. Some of y'all take rituals as a bad thing. It just rituals ain't nothing but just like a daily practice. You know what I'm saying? Just so don't be afraid of the word ritual. So we washing off all the unhealthy mental habits, bad habits that affects you in regards to your mental state, right? So that is what we're going to be working on. That is our intention while we're taking our showers. We wash it off, let it go. In the words of Rebecca, if you ever seen me at the park meditating, she comes and meditates with me in the morning. And her number one thing that we, created for her is let that shit go. Let it go. You don't need it. It's not healthy for you because you have to understand that your mental thoughts can also start affecting you physically. You wondering why, because there's health. You wondering why you having certain issues in your body is because your crown chakra is off, and so anything associated with there's certain things that associated with each chakra in regards to your body and your health. So if you have, you know, let's say you have heart disease, for example, that means that is a heart chakra issue. It means you got to get your heart right. Something ain't right. You know, all that anger for your father because he wasn't there, you got to let it go. You now you can't maintain relationships. All that anger that you had for your pops because he, you know, you don't feel like he supported you in the way that you needed, and now you can't, when you're in certain situations, you creating problems. That is because your crown chakra is off. I mean, I'm sorry, your heart chakra is off. So now you need to fix that. You need to heal that. And so what that means is if there's a health issue somewhere on your body, I can promise you that one of your chakras are off for sure. One of your chakras are off. So if you're having, lower back problems, or if you're having, things that's going on in, let's say, for example, you have issues with, your lower region. And I say lower region, and meaning like, you know, your private area. That's a sacral chakra issue. Something is going on. You need to explore what's going on. And once you do that, once you heal up that sacral chakra, guess what? You ain't going to have those health issues no more. So, when we put things on the altar, make sure we have an intention of exactly what we're trying to do. We're not just throwing stuff on there just because it looks good. Ooh, that smells good. Ooh, no, it's not going to help you. That is our power source and our power center. Got the chaos being merch. Please go and check it out. I have an Etsy page up on my social media, whether it's on my Instagram, in my link tree, in my on my YouTube channel. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you have on your altar right now. Put it in the comments. Let me know what is on your altar right now. So, we're not just doing this for nothing, right? And let's see what else can we get out of here. Let's see. Okay, that's our crown. We have our purple candle on our altar right now. Okay. So I got the incense burning on that thing right now. It smells too good. So the number one, so I'm gonna go over 4 reasons. I'm trying to stay structured for y'all, right? Because that when that spirit get the hidden and going, whoo, I get the firing off. So I'm going to go over 4, different things right now. So by putting this on my altar, what it's going to do in regards to the purple candle in my and all the things that I listed just a while ago, it's going to build up my awareness. The altar is going to help me slow down enough just to notice myself. What emotions am I feeling right now? What thoughts repeat? What keep popping up? Is it all this toxic stuff that you're seeing that's popping up right now? Is it the family drama that keeps popping up? Just notice it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. What memories won't leave? You keep thinking about your ex. It's not gonna work. You need to call your energy back, because they done took a piece of you that now it keeps popping up in your mental. Call your energy back. Call it back. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is, as you begin to do this, your awareness is going to be the first thing to start growing and moving forward. That's what it's going to do. Hey, I'm just trying to tell you, we need to have, everything needs to have an intention behind it. We can't just be doing stuff just because. It's not going to work. And you're wondering why there's no spiritual growth with you, is because, you're all over the place. You're sporadic. You have to learn how to quiet the mind. You need, sometimes, like I said, in one of my previous videos, I stopped driving to music because I would always have songs in my head 24/7. I'm like, God damn. It's because my attention was all over the place. We trying to bring the attention back into here and back into here, so that way our awareness begins to expand, and we're not all over the place mentally. You worried about what everybody else is doing but yourself. Y'all need to start focusing on yourselves more. Half these people don't have your best interest in mind. I'm just trying to be real with you. Everybody in today's time, they're just trying, they're energy vampires. They're trying to take. They're not trying to give. You know what I'm saying? And so once you begin to build up this awareness, you begin to see who is who, what is what, right? Dang, you know, you started seeing the little shady employees at work. You start seeing the family member that keeps, trying to, you know, talk mess about you or whatever. So you're gonna start noticing these things by building up your awareness, and then you start learning. Ooh, this is what I need to do now. I need to, next time I'm gonna put the red candle on my altar to build up my root chakra because I have some root chakra issues, and using my altar will help heal those things, power you up. So when you in situations that you know how to handle it, they're not gonna get the best of you. You got too many demons up in here, and that's the reason why you can't focus. Whew. I like that KV shirt, man. Y'all need to go and cop one, baby. For real. Number two, the revelation, right? Revelation. The altar reveals hidden parts of yourself. This is what makes people scared, because now you got to go up there and deal with these demons. You know what I'm saying? It's all good when we talking about angels and we talking about grandma that passed away. Now we have to start, dealing with old trauma. We got to deal with childhood beliefs. You got to reprogram that mind. That stuff mom and daddy taught you. Some of that stuff is just from a unhealed place. And now they done pass that on to you. And so now you believe, you know, uh, whatever that they taught you, and it's not helping you find a job. It's not helping you maintain positive relationships with your family members and with your friends. Or when you're going out into the world, you're getting always bad energetic exchanges between people because you're off. Your whole shit is off. Come on, man. We got to get this together, baby. This is what it's for. We got to get rid of that anger. Like I said, you popping off every 5 minutes for nothing just because you're offended at something. You got fear in you. You got jealousy in you. Dang, your homegirl, she can't, you know what I'm saying? She can't have a brand new car. What's wrong? Why don't you begin to do the work on you so you can get that? There's so much hate on social media. Everybody hating. It's always something, right? And also self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to get that promotion. You was. But because of your actions and also the way that you think, you cost yourself a promotion. You cost yourself an opportunity, all because you lack the awareness, which was the number one, to know that you are messing up. You don't realize coming in late every day is affecting your chances of a promotion. You don't realize that. You don't have the awareness for it. Get your ass to work on time. So and stop being combative with the people. They just doing their job. You're always combative with everything. I'm not saying that the people that they don't have problems and issues as well, but it's a job. Get your check and go. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Get your money. You letting everything affect your money. And money is energy. And if money is coming towards your way, that means you're bringing in, you're on a frequency, and money is just going to flow on you. This is how we get to that 144,000 frequency. This is how you know if you own it or not. Because once you get to that 144,000 frequency, you're going to naturally manifest a new promotion. You're going to naturally manifest a new job. It's just the way it works. That's the way that the universe and the earth was set up. And I'm just trying to give you guys and show you guys the way. Because you cannot heal what remains hidden. You unaware of it. Everybody know you are a liar, but you don't know that yet. You lie about everything. You be like, dang, bro, you lie about the smallest shit. You off. Your awareness is horrible. So you need that revelation, those aha moments, those, realizations to make you aware of what your issues are. Like I said, half of y'all just self-sabotage yourself just for no reason. And you don't even know why. Because you have no awareness, you know, you cooked, you fried. All right. So number 3, transformation. That purple candle is going to help with my internal transformation. Once something becomes visible, it becomes workable. Once something becomes visible, it becomes workable. So now I can start working on the reason why I procrastinate. And because I procrastinate, I don't get any blessings. I don't get any opportunities. I don't get any no promotions. I don't get any benefits of just when I'm just around, going to work, going to the store. Like, how people, what are the energy exchanges when you go out? What do they look like? Is it always problems? And the way you begin that transformation is through, once again, I said, meditation. Take 10 minutes to meditate. Quiet the mind. It's gonna be some work, I'm telling you. Oh my God. Like, like I said, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm everything about me is mental. I'm thinking about everything. I'm trying to put pieces together for when stories people done told to me and said to me. I'm trying to figure out if they lying. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Also another thing you can do is journal. Like sometimes, man, see, I'm telling you, I got stacks. I got stacks, man. Start writing, start using that creativity and start writing about how you're feeling, what you're going through, and what happened. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget in your meditations, make sure, because we talked about going back to visit the little kindergarten version of yourself. Go to little, whatever him or her name is, and talk to him. And when you meditate, that's what we visualizing, right? We at the lunch table coloring with little markers. We are at recess playing on the monkey bars with little markers. And we just talking, having conversations. That's all we doing. That's it. You know, and you can also try some breath work as well. I have one that I normally do, which is the 5-5-5-5 method, where I inhale for 5 seconds, I hold it for 5 seconds, and then I exhale for 5 seconds, and then I hold that again for 5 seconds. So that's like my little method, man. Y'all can try it. I do that when I meditate all the time, you know, and so yeah, that is a number 4, right? Eventually, that's integration, right? Now we're finna start integrating all of this stuff. We got to put it all together so we can start building up this whole internal world of ours. We happy with ourselves. We love ourselves. We don't got a whole bunch of chaos happening around us, right? So we got to start learning how to, all those, we found out we have this issue and that issue, right? We got this problem, and so now we can begin to integrate, which is number 4, integration. You don't leave your healing at the altar. You become the altar. You are the altar, you know. So you have to realize that the connection, that the things that you're putting on your altar is going to be your connection, your power source. That is going to be, that's going to turn you into Superman, baby. It's going to turn you to Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be, people going to be wondering, like, what happened and what changed? Well, I don't understand why this person is different. And then what happens is going to, once that's going to come across as hate sometimes. So, but you have to recognize it by your awareness that that's what's going on. Oh, I'm vibing high right now, so that's the reason why I'm getting, this hate right now. You got to understand, it's you. I'm telling you. You become the altar. You know, and when you're at your altar, just sit and meditate for about 10 minutes. Your patience becomes sacred. Your discipline becomes sacred. Your compassion becomes sacred. Your awareness becomes sacred. All of a sudden, everybody want to hit up old spiritual markers all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Phone just going off like, damn. But, we here right now. We got to get here. We got to get you tapped in because trust me, it's all spiritual, whether you believe it or not. Everything that's going on around you, it is all spiritual. It ain't just some random things that's just happening. Your soul is trying to talk to you right now. It's trying to get your attention, and you sitting up here running behind, this person and that person. You drunk all day. God damn. Man, I'm telling you, we got to start working on this internal, because the altar is going to fulfill its purpose because its qualities now live on the inside of you. Now it's in you. Now y'all both connected. Now you vibing. Woo! Damn, that promotion, bing, cash out, bing. You on right now. Shit just flowing. Now you in that flow state. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where we want to be, building up our internal world to create to create that internal magic. So when we walk to the store, when we go to work, or no matter where we go, everything you're gonna, what we're trying to create is a way so the universe will reflect things that we need to adjust and fix. So if something happens, you need to think about it and say, okay, maybe that's something that the universe is trying to show me that I need to work on. Don't be so easily offended at stuff that come at you sometimes. Look at it as a chance to do the work and be like, okay, I'm not asking you to be perfect, because you're not going to be perfect, because the minute you hit this 144,000 frequency, whoo, you ain't gonna want to be around nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because you just on a whole, you're gonna be on a whole nother level. So, you know, put your candle on, put your incense on, put things on that is going to assist you with your transformation. Sit at your altar for about 10 minutes, quick meditate. I'm not saying do 30, 40, 50. You can build up to that. That's where I'm kind of at with it, but 10 minutes is cool. Don't try to overdo it, because you're going to burn yourself out, and you don't want to be burnt out. And that's the goal. You got to start learning how to, manage your energy, because you're tired, not because of you maybe working 2 jobs. You're not tired because, you know, you've been exercising all day. You're tired because You people are you have vampires around you that's draining you every day. And so now you got to get yourself back centered. We need to get back to here. We are heart centered, and we're going to integrate that with our mental, right? So don't ask for anything. Just say, what am I refusing to see about myself today? Ooh, trust me, you're going to get a response. I promise you. You will get it bad. I'm telling you. And once you ask that question, just remain silent. Notice the thoughts that come up, what memories surface, what emotions appear, and then write them down. And then write them down in your journal. We trying to transform you, baby. Don't worry about it. Spiritual markers got you. So, this transforms the altar from a wishing station into a laboratory of consciousness. Woo! Boy, we flowing now. We don't want no bad energy around us now. You know what I'm saying? We like, I ain't going around Uncle such and such. You know what I'm saying? He got a history of, what that uncle got that history of. Oh, I ain't going around Aunt such and such. She always gossiping. She talking bad. She's one that's creating the bad, rifts in the family. Oh no, I got to stay away from that because that's gonna rub off on me. No, spiritual markers got you. You got to stay tapped in. You know. So now we got our altar all fixed up, right? So now, we just continue that. But just let me say that the greatest offering you can place on an altar isn't incense. It isn't a candle. It isn't. It is not like an offering bowl. It's your honesty. You need to be honest with yourself because this is not a time to lie to yourself and kid yourself and have all these blind spots that you can't see in life. No, this when you at that altar, you need to be honest. You know, you can lie to everybody else, but you just can't lie to yourself. So, you know, have one, and then the more honest you become, the more your internal world changes. And once your internal world changes, your external life begins to follow. You on point now. You in flow state, baby. You bouncing and moving and you bopping, you coming to work and then you're looking good. You like, oh shit. I ain't never been this happy. Synchronicities is popping up. You seeing 222 and 333, 1111. Your highest your higher consciousness is talking to you. You like, whoo, I am on point. And you don't want to mess that up. We got to go in right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just one thing I just wanted to kind of address today is, um, working on your altar because, you hear me talk about it a lot. So, I just want to know what things are you putting on your altar? What are you and what are they purpose? What are you using them for? You know, you just got, Horus on there and you just what is it for? If it ain't serving no purpose to your internal transformation and into your internal world so you can have that internal magic to move and groove, then it's all pointless because remember, we are the altar now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Internal Magic Podcast. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. I'm also on Twitter. I'm also on Facebook now, right? So please, when I post those clips, please like, share, comment on those clips because it really does help. And we're on a road to 100 subscribers. So, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And, you know, yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. We just flowing right now, ain't we? We getting our stuff together. You know, we're more happier with ourselves now. You know, shit's popping. You know, so yeah, man, I appreciate you. Don't forget to um share this as well. You know, I'll post the clips and but yeah, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm just checking on some text messages, but for the most part, until next time, keep building the world within.